BALIK 2000s, Virtual Museum of Everyday Filipino Life.
I am your tour guide, and today I'll take you on a journey back to the decade of connection. As we begin our tour, take a look around. Here, you'll see a digital timeline of important events. EDSA 2 in 2001, the Friendster boom from 2003 to 2005, Typhoon Ondoy in 2009, milestones of our overseas Filipino workers, and the rise of text promos that made the Philippines the texting capital of the world. Are you ready? Let's move together to the next section, where we'll explore the exciting world of pop and youth culture that defined this decade. But first, let's stop here at the registration area. This hall is designed like a Filipino internet cafe, the computer shop that became the favorite tambayan of the 2000s. Notice the glowing CRT monitors, the rows of prepaid load cards hanging like art, and the familiar vibe of barkada gatherings. Welcome to the pop and youth culture of the 2000s. This section showcases the music, television, and online spaces that shaped the identity of an entire generation of young Filipinos.
Isigaw mo sa hangin, tumitig at magsilbi. Liwanag, liwanag sa dilim. Anong nadarama? Sa'yo sa isip ko'y hindi ka maalis. Tuliro.
Mahal kita. Alam, mahal niyo kita.
Talent competitions also gave rise to icons like Sarah Geronimo, Christian Bautista, and Eric Santos. And finally, who could forget Friendster? This was the first social media playground for Filipino youth. Step inside the digital heart of the 2000s, technology and digital life. This room takes us back to the days when the Philippines earned its title as the texting capital of the world. Here, you'll see a replica of a Filipino computer shop, or com shop. It was more than a place to play games, it was the barkada's second home. Inside, gamers battled in Ragnarok Online, Counter-Strike, and Dota, shouting commands and cheering like a sports team. Beside it is a giant Nokia keypad, a reminder of how the humble cell phone changed the way we communicated. With just a few clicks, millions of Filipinos sent quick messages that carried jokes, confessions, and even love stories.
Bro, hi! Ringdang siya sa tawag mo. Ang New Glow Prepaid SIM, binaba ang rates. Tawag lang ng tawag, text lang ng text. Di pa kailangan ng phone card.
Parang wala na akong load.
Stay connected for only 30 pesos. Also get the latest phones at the best deals. With the most powerful SIM from Smart, save more of your friends' numbers and text messages. Amazing treats you can't get anywhere else, so do the body language with the new Smart Body.
This space shows how technology reshaped Filipino life, connecting us instantly, creating new hangouts, and shaping the way we shared stories. Welcome to Body and Self-Image in the 2000s. This section explores how beauty ideals, celebrity culture, and media shaped the way Filipinos saw themselves. On this wall, you'll see covers from magazines like Yes, Preview, and FHM. These pages didn't just feature celebrities, they defined trends, beauty standards, and the image of success for many Filipinos.
So how does it feel to make it on the list once again this year?
I don't know. Of course, I'm very thankful na I'm still included in the 100, section.
In this area, we will see two sides of everyday Filipino life, urban modernity and traditional community culture. On this side, you'll find a mall atrium complete with a Starbucks corner. In the 2000s, malls became more than shopping centers. They were safe, air-conditioned spaces where families bonded, barkadas hung out, and young people explored fashion and trends. Listen closely, and you'll hear the MRT train announcements and the familiar chatter of shoppers.
Welcome to MRT 3. This train is going to Taft Avenue.
Now let's cross over to the rural space, filled with the sights and sounds of community life. Jeepney. Known as the king of the road, jeepneys were the most popular and affordable public transport of the 2000s, carrying students, workers, and families through both urban and rural routes. Tricycle. A staple of rural and town life, tricycles provided short-distance rides through narrow streets and barangay roads, making daily commutes convenient and personal. In the Philippines, a fiesta is more than just a celebration, it's a tradition that unites entire communities. Streets come alive with parades, music, and dancing, turning every town into a stage of joy. At the center of the feast is the iconic lechon, the roasted pig that symbolizes abundance and hospitality. Together, these festivals showcase the Filipino spirit of unity, resilience, and our love for food, family, and celebration. As we move past these frames, let's carry with us the memory of how fiestas and festivals have always been the heartbeat of Filipino culture. Here, we revisit the headlines that defined the decade, EDSA 2 in 2001, people power movements, and the role of mass media. News coverage, talk shows, and political ads revealed how Filipinos experienced democracy in an age of change. The second people power revolution happened when massive protests called for the resignation of President Joseph Estrada over corruption charges. With the support of youth groups, religious leaders, and civil society, the movement gathered at EDSA in Metro Manila, leading to Estrada's ouster and the swearing-in of Vice President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo as the new president. This area honors the millions of overseas Filipino workers who were called modern-day heroes of the 2000s. Through remittances, sacrifices, and stories, OFWs kept families and communities alive. You'll see photographs, letters, and remittance slips, symbols of both opportunity and separation that marked the Filipino global journey. Globalization also left its mark. Shows like Meteor Garden from Taiwan and Korean dramas such captured the hearts of Filipino audiences. These stories of love, friendship, and ambition felt both relatable and aspirational. Beyond entertainment, these series introduced new lifestyles and fashion trends, from hairstyles and clothing to catchphrases. International series reminded us that while our culture is uniquely Filipino, we are also part of a global community, always curious, open, and ready to connect with the wider world. As we end this level, reflect on how the 2000s were a decade of contrasts, struggles and triumphs, global influences and local traditions, separation and togetherness. This is the story of the Filipino people in transition, always adapting, but never losing the heart of who we are.